Hi, this is Caroline from The Happy Sensitive. I'm a coach for highly sensitive people and empaths. And this video is part of a series on channelings where I look at certain parts of channeling, certain ideas that are really problematic. And this one was really a surprise when I came across it because most of the post was really about trying things out, listening to your body, kind of following a path of joy, which is something I also promote. But then suddenly I found something really creepy. So it says, you will find that as you raise your vibrations, you will eat less heavy food and still be satisfied. Okay. You will draw upon the energies around you and stay as healthy as you ever were. Yikes. And the reason I'm saying yikes is because drawing upon the energies around you. So basically what they're saying is that instead of eating food, you'll just start eating energy. I know to some people that may sound very peaceful and blissful, but the last few years, I've learned a lot about what that looks like in practice. It's not something you want to do. So people who draw upon the energies around them to try and stay healthy are what we, and more popularly call psychic vampires. I call them psychic narcissists. They are not properly connected internally. They could be, but they don't want to be. Big difference. They're not victims. They're choosing to do this. And so they are constantly in a state where they need and want more, and they take that more from just the energies around them. These people are capable of just sucking the joy out of any space they come into, killing the vibe of any party because they'll just suck up all the energy. And I know that sounds really airy-fairy. I know it sounds really abstract. It's something that years ago I would not really have believed in myself until I came face to face with it. And this is just something that unfortunately people are capable of doing. It's the way I look at it is it's an emergency mechanism. When you're not healthy or you're not functioning well, the body has all kinds of emergency mechanisms, and this is one of them, is drawing and living off of energy, like from others, from other living beings, including people, to sustain yourself. But it's not actually sustainable long term. It's definitely not sustainable for the people and the beings around you, but it's also not sustainable for the people doing this. This is not healthy, and you do not stay healthy at all. But initially, it doesn't look like it's a problem. So this is the kind of thing where initially if somebody starts doing this, they'll think, this is great. I feel so much better than before. Not everybody feels better, but some people who start doing this, they really feel better than they did before. But they really amplify certain negative mechanisms inside of themselves where this whole emergency mode gets out of control and gets a life of its own. And it leads to really complicated health problems. Because I've been doing some testing. I have a way to test like if people do this or not. And what I've been seeing is that, when I come across someone who seems to have some really, just in the news or in the media or something, and it's somebody who has some really incurable, outrageous disease, and they seem to be healthy and they seem to be doing all the things you're supposed to do for your health, more often than not, they're doing this. They're trying to draw upon the energies around them, and they've been doing that for a long time. And this is not meant to be a way to live. At best, it's an emergency solution for if somebody's in a really, 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 really bad place, very temporarily. But even there, it's very dangerous because a lot of people, when they start doing this, they like it so much they keep doing it. So I was really surprised when I came upon this, and it's like, so it's suggested here to be some kind of advanced spiritual development, that as you advance spiritually, you don't need food and you don't need to feed yourself. You'll just pull energies from others, from trees, from, no, This is not good. This is not healthy. You have all the energy you need on the inside when you're actually properly grounded and connected to yourself. And when you're not, then this can start to happen. You start to try to get it from other people, from other beings, but it affects those other beings negatively. And it's not some kind of ascended master solution. And so the next part, listen to your body and you will soon know what it likes and dislikes. In some ways, it is all good common sense. Yes, in a way that's true. But the problem is, just like, a lot of people, like, we love things like chocolate and chocolate ice cream and chips and, unhealthy foods. We love them. Our body seems to love them, even though it's ultimately not healthy. So just to say that you just kind of follow what you like and don't do what you don't like is too simplistic of an advice. Because some people really like drawing upon the energies of others, even though it's very, very destructive for all those others and ultimately for themselves. Okay, so it says, I leave you with love and blessings, and may the light brighten your days and path to completion. This message comes through my higher self, my God self, and every soul has the same connection to God, right? So one of the things I do like about this particular channeler is they do kind of acknowledge, like, this is coming through me. Like, you don't have to get your information from me. This is just kind of like what I'm getting, right? So it's not pretending to be some undoubted, some unquestionable source of information. But I was really surprised. This is a channeler I've been reading posts from for a while now, and most of them I would actually agree with. But then suddenly this snuck in, and I was like, uh-oh, another one's biting the dust. Like, this is something that a lot of spiritual people are going for, especially now. The last 2 years, there's been a lot of people who have been transitioning, and no doubt they think they've been ascending, but they've been transitioning from being grounded and in their body to disconnecting, dissociating, and then feeding off of the energy of other people in very unhealthy, creepy, and hard to believe, but unfortunately true ways. And, little things like this, right? It's not that you raise your vibrations, it's that you dissociate and disconnect. This is not a good thing. Okay, I think that's all that I need to say about this. At this point, stay grounded, stay connected to all your feelings. Don't buy into the hype that, if you just ascend and you just raise your vibration, everything is going to be super easy and you're only going to have positive feelings. You have a range of natural human emotions and you're meant to have them. They're there for a reason. And while you may find over time that you have more positive feelings and you feel more peace, and there are techniques for feeling more peace. I also have a program on that, Peaceful Presence, a technique for connecting with peace inside of your body, right? So not by dissociating, not by running off and pretending that you're not feeling bad when you're feeling bad, but actually inside your body, there is a way to connect with peace. It's always present for you. It's always there for you. You just have to know how this works in your particular case. So this is something I teach. But even then, the outcome is not that you only feel peace and bliss and that's it. The outcome is that in any situation where you might feel scared or sad or confused or upset, that you also have access to peace. And having access to peace means everything is a little bit easier. There's a bit more perspective. There's more space to breathe. You don't get lost in the feelings like you might if you don't have access to peace. So yes, there's definitely ways that you can develop and learn new things that make your life better and make you feel better. But in no situation does that mean that your difficult feelings will go away, or that you don't need to eat anymore. You'll just feed yourself. You'll just feed yourself by feeding off of other people's energies, and then that's a good thing. It's like, no. You are a self-contained system. You have what you need inside of you. And if you are looking too much to supplement with stuff out there, chances are something is getting out of whack, right? Because that mindset of like, I don't have enough, I don't have what it takes, I need to get it out there, that is not a calming, soothing, relaxing mindset. It's really when you know like, hey, I have everything I need on the inside, that's when you can chill. That's when you can relax. And that does not vibe, that does not jive with this idea of you'll just draw up on the energies around you. No, you'll draw up on the energies inside of you. You'll get comfortable with all of them and you'll realize there's enough every single day. That's the end goal that I am promoting and encouraging here. So be careful of these little snuck in lines and these ideas that you can just feed off of energy and that somehow means you're enlightened and that you're a higher vibration. Just like it would be unhealthy and not fair to feed off of the cheese in your neighbor's fridge and the bread from the people across the street. Whenever you're hungry, you're like, I just break in and just take their bread. That would not be okay, right? We all understand that. Same way with energy. You don't go around and feed on other people's energy and energy off trees and bushes and then pretend you're somehow more spiritual. It doesn't work that way. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.